Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got two teams who will look to their running backs if they want to control the pace of the game. It's Bell's Steelers going up against Ellington's Cardinals. Now we'll take you out to Heinz Field, where Jim Nantz and Phil Simms have the call.
Waiting for the kick is the dangerous Ted Ginn, now in his 8th year in the NFL. Sean Sweezum ready to kick it away to start today's game. Browns running this one out. And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. One of the great arms in the league. Number 3, quarterback Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer with the Arizona Cardinals. It was a slow start last year, but man, did they come on towards the end of the year. How about that? 10-6. They did not make the playoffs, but Carson Palmer stayed healthy and played very well.
For the offense, a very speedy running back out of Clemson, Andre Ellington.
How many fast players have come out of Clemson? And the answer is a lot. Andre Ellington, what a wonderful year he had as a rookie.
And a man you'll be seeing flying all over the field today. Safety, Troy Polamalu.
Well, I've said it many times about Troy Polamalu. He can play deep safety. He can come up near the line of scrimmage and stop the run. And he's one of the best blitzing safeties in the NFL. Well, the offense didn't pick up the first down that time. They're pretty happy the way everything turned out, because that pass could have been intercepted, and you give an interception up on 3rd down, and that is bad.
Quarters formation here for the defense. Trying to work that left side. Ooh, they failed to pick up the first, and the ball will go back to the other side. Coming onto the field now, the youngest starting quarterback to ever win the Super Bowl, Ben Roethlisberger.
Ben Roethlisberger, his nickname, of course, is Big Ben, and he deserves it. He is one big dude playing the quarterback position, a terrific thrower, and moves around and makes plays.
1st and 10. Roethlisberger's got it on the play action. Here's Miller. They bring him to the turf. They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down. Roethlisberger's dropping back to pass once again. The defense gets the sack. Roethlisberger's the injured player, and we'll take a break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Offense lines up here. The pass is incomplete. There was no one open. For the offense, he came out of Central Michigan as a 6th-round pick and has turned himself into a top-flight receiver in Antonio Brown.
All you hear about Antonio Brown, besides the talent he has on the field, is how hard he works. When you work that hard and you got some talent, look out, you're going to get it done on the field. Well, this is a classic case, wasn't it, of let's bend but don't break. That's what the defense did. They gave up some 1st downs, but they stopped the offense when it counted.
They bring back out the offense to go for it. Bell's a running back normally, but this time lined up as a receiver in the slot. He'll take the snap from the gun. This is going to set up a change of possession.
That's what you call pressure. When everything around the quarterback, they're all at his feet. The offensive linemen are around him. He sees the arms of the defensive linemen all reaching for him. There's nothing he can do but fall to the ground.
Throwing now to his left, and they'll end up losing 4 here.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the 1st down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Browns, a receiver in the slot. 2nd down and 13. Throw to the left, and the pass incomplete. This defense is ready to pounce here early in this game as a 3rd and long play is coming up.
They sure are. There's no doubt about that. They got themselves in a good situation here. If I'm the quarterback now, 3rd and long, I would be very cautious and conservative.
Oh, and almost picked off that time.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
They're going for it early, taking a risk on 4th down. Palmer's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Airing it out. They'll turn it over on downs.
4th and long might be as bad a spot as you can get in professional football. It's like being 5 runs down with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th and nobody on. I don't like your chances. Bad decision, and it backfired.
Bell's a running back, but he's in the slot for this play. Now 1st and 10. Here's Miller. The tackle was made. That was a nice reception, but not enough for the 1st down. 2nd down coming up. The Steelers come to the line of scrimmage and empty out the backfield. Everyone split out wide. Should have had it.
Bell is going to go back to the huddle and look at all of his teammates and go, my bad. Well, they know it's your bad. Everybody, even the offensive linemen, they saw you were open and you dropped the pass that was right to you. But, hey, that's the way it goes. You know, you got to keep the confidence up. I think he will, and I'm sure the football will find its way.
And it's picked off by Cromartie. Good piece of tackling.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled. Being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
Brown's going to get set in the slot for this snap. He'll throw it over the middle. That's a gain of 6.
You got to be able to adjust when you run these drag routes across the field. The throw cannot always be right on target. Can you reach behind, make the catch, and keep going full speed? That's the sign of a good receiver.
Breaks out of the tackle. Gains about 3.
Nice catch by the receiver, but it still doesn't get a 1st down.
3rd down. Ellington is in the backfield. Got the completion. Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the 1st down, keep those chains moving, give yourself 3 more opportunities.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Fitzgerald is going to take it the distance. He's at the 50, the 40. He's brought down.
What a nice throw and catch that time, but here it just shows you why you want to have a lot of speed on the defensive side. So when you make a mistake, what do? You make up for it by chasing the player down from behind and making the tackle.
The offense is set at the line for the 1st down after that completion. After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Has to extend for that one, and he's got it.
Hard for defensive backs to stop these guys now. With the rules the way they are, you can't touch them, but there's nothing you can do about athletic ability. Nice jump and catch.
That pass play wasn't good for much. So now it's 2nd down and 9. Quarters formation here for the defense. Palmer standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Lloyd takes the hit and is brought down.
Nice job by the quarterback, finding the open guy short. They get the completion. They still do not get the 1st down, though.
Brown's lined up in the slot. The Cardinals will take the snap from the 25. Knocked away, incomplete.
Good job by the cornerback reading the wide receiver. He is all over him, and it makes it easy for him to swat down the throw by the QB.
They're going to go for it here on 4th and 6. Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. Palmer's going to take it from the gun. And the catch is made by Larry Fitzgerald. Troy Polamalu in on the tackle. 1st down here after the completion. The Steelers will come out in the dime. Palmer's got it in the gun. Polamalu nearly walks away with a pick.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
The long drive continues. Palmer's back in shotgun formation. He's looking to the right, makes the grab. Touchdown. Touchdown, Arizona.
That was a sweet touchdown right there. Just a nice throw by the quarterback. He put it right on the money. The receiver makes the catch. Beautiful touchdown.
Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has the injury update.
Guys, I just spoke with a Cardinals official. Larry Fitzgerald's injury is a minor one, so they'll just take one more look at him, and then he should return later in the game.
And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. First down, offense readying for the snap. The Steelers are at the line of scrimmage with a spread formation. Down the field. And Cromartie can't quite hold on to the interception.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
Split backfield here.
Let's go.
Second down and 10. Launches it down the field. Intercepted. He stacked up at that point.
Anytime you're backed up on the offensive side, the quarterback's got to be extremely careful, because if you turn it over, you're just giving points to your opponent. That time, a bad decision by the quarterback, and he throws an easy interception for the defense.
Almost intercepted that time.
There are a lot of ways to attack cover, too. You can go deep down the middle where neither the safeties are, or if the linebacker covers somebody deep down the middle, then throw it short underneath the defense.
And Fitzgerald's lined up now as a slot receiver. Thomas is able to swat the pass away.
That is so tough to do when you think about it. We got world-class sprinters running down the field, and you're able to stay close to them and reach out with one hand and knock it down. Great play.
After the incomplete pass, it's third down. They come out in the dime package. Keeps it here. And it's incomplete. Just couldn't hold on to it after the hit.
Well, the guys know if they make a big hit and everybody goes ooh and ah, they'll be on the highlight reel. That's why a lot of these players play so fast and play a little out of control.
The defense comes out in the dime. The Cardinals from the 37. He'll keep it on the play fake. Palmer looking down the field. Failed to pick up the first down, and they'll give the ball back to the other side.
The Cardinals go for it on fourth down, and they do not get it done. Now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
What a nice spot to begin this drive. Bells shifted from running back to a receiver in the slot. Dropping back now into the shotgun. What a catch. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. The Steelers lined up. Everybody split out wide. Out of the shotgun formation. Complete pass that time as he threw it short.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position, nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
Second and goal from the 8. End zone bound, and he's got the touchdown.
Good job by the offense. They get in there, they tie this game up. Now we'll see if the defense can take advantage of that momentum and keep it on their side.
The Steelers have the football resting on the tee, and they're about to send it down the way. What a stand by the defense. Turning it over on downs and giving the offense a great starting point from which they took advantage and put points on the board. And they crash into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line. First down on the way. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Palmer's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Pass is made. made, but the hit knocks the ball out. Incomplete. Boy, that was some hit that time that knocked the ball out.
Yeah, it was a good hit, but listen, you can tell the receiver's expecting that big hit. I don't know why. You're going to get hit no matter what, so you might as well just go ahead and catch the football. Bad job by the receiver that time.
But it's incomplete.
Just not a good decision by the quarterback. I mean, maybe on the sidelines they keep calling the wrong plays, but he's attacking the strength of this cover 2 defense. Don't do that. Throw where they're not. That's deep down the middle.
Third down and 10. Carson Palmer throws the long pass, and they can't connect.
Well, even though they didn't get to completion, I like the fact that they tried to throw the football deep down the field. Keep that defense off balance.
Fourth down and 10, and they're going to go for it. Ellington is in the backfield. We'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. Makes the catch in open space. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. The Steelers' defense has to be demoralized by that fourth down conversion allowed.
I think any time on the defensive side when you give up a fourth down conversion, it is heartbreaking, and it has to be heartbreaking for the defense right now.
He's tackled right at the 24. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. First down here. Let's see how they back up the big play here. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Gains 13.
Good job by the offense. Get another first down. You can tell by looking down on the field that defense, hands on their knees. They are getting tired.
Palmer standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Almost intercepted.
The defense did everything right in that situation. They were in the right spot. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. Palmer's going to take it from the gun. Looking to the right side and throwing. Ball's picked off. And they tackle him for a safety. Again, we'll try and return this one. And he's tackled down at the 36-yard line. It's first down as they head to the line. The Steelers come out in a dime package. And now he'll take off. Off the mark.
You are not going to be an accurate quarterback, of course, when you're under this kind of pressure. Doesn't even have time to set his feet. Another throw offline.
That leads us to second down. They've come out in the dime package. Keeps it on the play fake. And nothing there as that was double covered.
Quarterbacks love to see a receiver have this type of play. Even though he doesn't make the catch, the effort is outstanding, and he's given everything he has to make that catch.
Third and 10. Takes off with it while under pressure. Intercepted! Tackles made. Palmer's in a whole lot of pain right now. We'll take an injury timeout and be back in just a moment. Bell's out in the slot. First and 10. That ball has been picked off. And he's on the sidelines and out of bounds.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
First down coming up. Ellington is in the backfield. Throws to the right. No room to complete that one.
And what you do in man-to-man defense sometimes, get up there and disrupt the receiver. Disrupt his rhythm, disrupt the timing, and what do you get? Another incompletion.
Second and 10. My goodness, what a hit. and the ball falls incomplete.
That was a big hit by the defender that time. The receiver drops the football. I'll tell you what, I guarantee the next time he goes over the middle, he'll be looking for that defender.
The Cardinals snap it at the 41. Looking across the middle. It's intercepted. In on the stop.
Timmons probably going to go to the sideline and tell him, hey, I got such a good pair of hands after that interception that I should play some tight end. I don't know about that, but I'll tell you this, he is one good linebacker.
Offense lines up here. First down and 10. And he's taken down. The big sack on the last play. Now sets up second and 21. Running away from the pressure. Down the field. And it's Antonio Cromartie with the pick. That brings the play to an end.
Well, I'm sure the defensive coaches, when they saw the quarterback break out of the pocket and get away from the sack, they were disappointed. But they didn't. The quarterback turned their disappointment into joy as he made a terrible decision and threw the interception.
A takeaway.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
Offense lines up here. Play fake. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Antonio Brown with the catch. First down here after the completion. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. Looking to go up top again on first down. They're going to get him here for a sack.
There is nothing worse for a quarterback than have the pocket collapse. And that time they collapsed on his left side. There's nothing he can do, and he goes down for the sack.
They're loaded up in the full house formation. Fights through that hit. Going for the home run. Very nearly intercepted.
Well, it doesn't get much worse than this, does it? You're losing the football game. Now you're looking at third and long. And, look, there are no miracles in the NFL. I'll tell you that. So be smart. If the play is not there, don't force it. Dump it off and wait for the next time you get it.
Full house formation. The Steelers will take the snap from the 35. Gets away from the pressure. He's got the catch. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down. The offense lined up in the full house. The Steelers will take the snap from the 25. They fail to convert, and now a change of possession.
You can kick a field goal and take the lead in the game. Instead, you go for it on fourth down. Hard decision by the coach. He is going to be second-guessed on that one.
The Cardinals bring their offense back onto the field for their next drive. First down at the 25. Mitchell's able to knock the pass away.
To be a great defensive back in the NFL now, you have to read the receiver. When those hands go up, you do the same, and that time the defense knocks the football down.
And Fitzgerald in the slot. Midway, second quarter. Going deep. Interception. He's brought to a halt.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled, being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did, they got the interception.
Running formation here. Offense in the full house set. The Steelers will take the snap from the 25. And he's thrown to the ground.
Offside. Defense.
He was trying to get an early jump on the play, but the referee caught him in the neutral zone. They come to the line, and it's first down. Split backfield here. Wants to go deep. And they can't connect.
I think the coach has got to call more of these plays. That's a good job of at least trying to get the big play, but they cannot get the completion on that long throw.
Split backfield here. The Steelers will take the snap from the 30. Looking to go down the field here. Incomplete. Almost going in the other direction.
Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have 1 or 2 passes a game that can be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
Get ready.
From the shotgun. He'll fire it out to the left. Almost intercepted.
Well, quarterbacks know on 3rd down they got to make a decision and get rid of that football because the defense, they are coming after you. That time just not good enough, and he throws an incompletion.
The offense is back on the field here for this 4th and 5 play. The Steelers will take the snap from the 30. Getting away from the pressure. Throws the pass. Well, we'll be switching sides with this one. Ball's going the other way.
Steelers decided to go for it on 4th down that time, and hey, it didn't pay off. And, of course, the coach, look at him now. He is second-guessing his decision.
They come to the line of scrimmage and an excellent starting point. And Fitzgerald's a receiver in the slot. Play fake. Reaches out and grabs it. Touchdown, Arizona Cardinals.
One thing a defense doesn't want to see, yards after the catch, yak. And that's what we saw here. The quarterback put it right on target. The receiver is running full speed, catches it, and takes it all the way for a touchdown.
Cardinals getting ready to kick it away. Was made in the end zone. That's a safety. Ginn will try his return, and he's brought to the ground. First down here. The defense comes out in the dime. And he hauls it in. And they knock him down just a yard away from the first. And we've reached the 2-minute warning. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. From the shotgun. And off the mark on that short throw. That last pass incomplete, and it brings up 3rd down. And Fitzgerald's going to get set in the slot for this snap. On the money, spins away from the hit, and Fitzgerald is brought down. The Cardinals have clearly been focusing on getting some of their big weapons involved here in the first half. And Fitzgerald's been a favorite of his quarterback, and he's proven why he deserves to be targeted so often today.
You're right. He deserves to be targeted because he is one of the better wide receivers in the NFL. And when he catches it, look out, he can get yards after the catch.
Ellington's lined up as the single back. Out to Ginn. Touchdown, Arizona Cardinals.
That was a good job on that touchdown that time, and I'll tell you, there's nothing like being on top of the other team and make them chase you.
The Steelers have made things difficult for themselves in the second half, and now the return team is ready to see if they can perhaps get anything ignited before the intermission. The score's 25-7. The same as a touchback as he's tackled right at the 20. The Steelers now ready to take over as their offense heads onto the field. The Steelers with an empty backfield look here. First down at the 20. Heaving it down the field. Able to get a step on the defender, and he makes the catch. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll go shotgun here. Launching it deep. But it's incomplete.
Always protect against the deep ball first. That's what the defense did this time. They were alert. Nice job. The result, just a long incompletion.
Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. Second down and 10. Looking long. And incomplete. Didn't get his feet down.
Well, you must, on the offensive side, throw the... football deep 3 or 4 times a game. That time, they're just not able to connect on the deep throw.
Bell's in the slot, not in the backfield for this play. The Steelers have it at the 34. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. There's going to be an injury timeout here. We'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment. Offense back on the field here for this 4th and 10 play. Jones got everybody split out wide. Let's go. Snapping out of the gun. That's a missed opportunity, and now they'll have to bring out the defense.
Steelers that time go for it on 4th down, and they fail. I did not understand the decision, but you got to make sure your team doesn't get down from that. You got to keep them up.
Ellington is in the backfield from the gun. He'll throw it over the middle. Brings it in. Picks up 8 here. Second down coming up. Now the offense in their hurry-up. From the gun. Looking long. Mitchell nearly coming away with an interception.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play, because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
They've come out in the dime package. 3rd and short. Fitzgerald is there with his sure hands to pull in the rocket pass. Offense ready to play after calling a timeout. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. The defense comes out in the dime. Brings it into his body. Ellington is tackled down. And, Phil, you look at this offense right now, they've got a quarterback who's moving the football through the air, and that's a big reason why they're leading this game.
That's right. That's why they're leading the game. Boy, I'd hate to be a defensive back out there today. The wide receivers are good. The quarterback is hot. They've got awesome rhythm, and that's why they're playing so well.
And here we have second down. This will be the last play before halftime. Takes it from the gun. That's an interception. Nice tackle.
Wonderful job by the defense that time. They stayed after it. And inside their own 20, they finally come up with the play. They get the interception, and they keep the other team from getting points on the board.
The Cardinals with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. Looking to go deep. And it's incomplete. We'll take a break for halftime and be back to Pittsburgh for the start of the 3rd quarter. Across the 20 and tackled at the 21. They face first down. Bell's a running back normally, but this time lined up as a receiver in the slot. Risky throw into into double coverage there, but this will go incomplete.
Man, the quarterback, the coaches, his teammates, everybody loves to see a player give that type of effort. How about the receiver just going all out to make the catch? Doesn't quite get there, but the effort is outstanding.
And he's forced to the ground.
Well, the right side, Jim, the right tackle and the right guard, they look confused. They don't know what to do, so they just get run over, and the quarterback falls down.
Bells are airing it out. On target. Scores the touchdown.
Nothing like having a quarterback who has a good arm who can just fire that football into some tight spots. And then it helps when your receiver has got the talent and the courage to go in there and make that tough catch.
Johnson's handed the football coming out of the I formation. They will not find a way into the end zone, so they'll only get 6 points out of the trip. The kicking team now getting set here for what looks like an onside kick. Signals made, and the onside kick works to perfection this time. The Steelers are set for their next possession. The Steelers come to the line with an empty backfield. 1st and 10. Down the field, and that's Matthew who almost made the interception.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. Launches it down the field. Man, intercepted. That'll stop the play right there.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
Ellington is in the backfield. From the gun. Looking to the right side and throwing. Brought down after a gain of 15. 1st down here after the completion. No time to waste. They hurry to the line. Out of the gun. Throws to the right. And Polamalu nearly walks away with a pick. There's been no shortage of big plays today with this quarterback at the helm, Phil.
Oh, my gosh. What an arm this quarterback has. How about these throws down the field? Not only are they far down the field and beautiful, they're right on target. And the good thing is he has receivers who can take advantage of his arm.
Michael Floyd hauls it in.
Well, I think we've heard this expression about 7,000 times. It's a passing league, so we all know that. So you got to be able to throw the football and pick up some 1st downs.
Carlson's usually a tight end, but he's in the backfield this time. Completion to Fitzgerald. Allen in on the tackle. And Fitzgerald's been option 1, 2, and 3 on offense today, Phil, as he just keeps piling up receptions at the wideout position.
Jim, he just has that special skill. He knows how to get open, and the quarterback is putting the football on the money. Good try. Throw it deep down the field. It's a beautiful throw, but he just goes incomplete.
The offense needs 2 yards here on 3rd down following the incompletion. The Cardinals line up, split backfield, drop back, shotgun formation. Incomplete as he was looking short.
Good job by the corner that time, knocking the football down on the throw down the field by the quarterback. That will go down as a pass defense by him. Good job.
Ellington is in the backfield. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Always aware of the chains. He's got the catch, and he's got the 1st. This is turning into quite a drive, Phil.
Nice job, Jim, by the offensive coordinator, just mixing the plays up and keeping the defense off balance.
Play action. Here's Brown. Polamalu's in on the tackle.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down. 1st down following the long play. Ellington's going to take, and he's in.
just an awful job, wasn't it, by the defense? I mean, it's first and goal. Well, you know it's going to be a run, or I think you should be playing run. The defense not ready. They get overpowered, and they give up the running touchdown.
The Steelers set to return the kick. The 18-yard line. The Steelers now bring their offense back onto the field for the next drive. Miller's a tight end, but now shifted into the backfield. Now on the move. Down the field. Wow, what a catch. Tackle made by Ray that time. They come to the line of scrimmage, first down. They hurry to the line of scrimmage. He'll take the snap from the gun. Going for the home run. Off the mark here as this throw heads out of bounds. Second down after the incompletion. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Dropping back now into the shotgun. Out to the left. The catch is made.
The key to being a really good route runner and running these drag routes across the field is show some courage. Don't worry about what's in front of you. The quarterback will take care of that.
Out of the shotgun formation. They bring him to the turf. Looking at the stats now, you see two wide receivers who have filled the role of being a #1 option today.
Yeah, you always want one wide receiver to step up for your...
Over the line. Touchdown.
I'd say this run by the offense is just, it's arrogance. They just say, you can't stop us, and they lined up and just shoved it down the defense's throat. Nice run there on first and goal for the touchdown.
Johnson's got put an additional 2 points on the board as they convert. They want the football back as they line up now in an onside kick formation. And unable to pull off the onside kick, the hands team comes away with the football. The Cardinals getting ready now to start their drive. Ellington is in the backfield. Play action fake. Looking to throw. What a catch. He's in for the score.
Well, when the offense goes in there and scores again to increase their lead, it's got to give a lot of confidence to the defense. Now can they go out there and do their job?
The Cardinals with an extra point try on the way. Man, the extra point is good. Cardinals getting ready to kick it away. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Steelers come to the line to start this drive at the 24. The Steelers come to the line of scrimmage and empty out the backfield. Everyone split out wide. They'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. Going deep. Could have been intercepted.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy drops it and you just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
Browns lined up in the slot. The Steelers have it at the 24. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Good yardage picked up on that call. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. No huddle time.
Get ready. Fire 88. Fire 88.
The Steelers have it at the 39. And looking underneath, this will go incomplete. Quarterback was under a lot of duress on that pass, and alas, it's incomplete.
All right, listen, I know he was under duress, but you got to hit these type of throws in the NFL. You're not always going to get perfect protection. That's not a good job by the quarterback.
Wants to go deep. And it falls incomplete.
Deep passes in the NFL, they always serve a purpose. You're not always going to get the completion, but at least it gets the defense thinking that you will try some long throws down the field.
Third down and 10. Oh, and almost picked off that time.
The defense did everything right in that situation. They were in the right spot. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
Fourth down and 10, and they're going to go for it. Bells shifted from running back to a receiver in the slot. The Steelers have it at the 39. And he's intercepted. The tackle was made.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Now first and 10. Looking to go down the field here. Mitchell nearly coming away with an interception.
Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have one or two passes a game that can be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
Quarters formation here for the defense. Looking to the right side and throwing. And Fitzgerald's got the catch and the first. Looking at this comparison, Phil, it's fun to see these two quarterbacks going head-to-head in a tightly contested game.
Yeah, so well played on the offensive side by both teams. The quarterbacks, they've been very sharp. They're on target with the football, and their offensive lines are playing very well.
Eyeing that left side. Here's Brown. And he's tackled. He'll be a yard short of the first. Has been the difference maker.
Well, every coach wants a quarterback who can get it done. I'd say the guy here today, Jim, he had an outstanding day, and he got it done. What a performance.
Second down after that pass play. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. And gains about one. Handing the ball off hasn't been something that's worked for either one of these teams today, Phil.
Well, what you have to show on the offensive side when you want to run the football, you got to show some determination. And the guys on the offensive side just get tougher and make it work.
Third and 1. Gets it out for the completion. Good piece of tackling.
I think the coach on the sidelines, he's going to be happy with every first down because he knows that's more time off the clock. When you're up like this, multiple scores in the second half, every first down just puts the odds in your favor of winning this game. Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
So they complete one, and still it's second down. Brown's lined up now as a slot receiver. And batted away.
Gets tight down here in the red zone. So if you're a defender, read the quarterback. You make a quick break on the football. Hey, you get in position like this, and you can knock it down.
Ellington's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. Almost made the catch, but the collision jarred it loose.
Brown's one of those guys. If he drops a pass or makes a mistake on the field, he doesn't make excuses. He knows no matter what the circumstances are, if you get your hands on the football as a receiver in the NFL, everybody expects you to make the catch.
On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel. And the catch is made by Larry Fitzgerald. That's a failed conversion, but you might as well look at it like a turnover. It's going back the other way.
Good job by the defense. Their team is down. It's in the second half. And the opposing offense, what do? They go for it on fourth down. You are ready for the play. You make the stop. That'll turn things around.
Heaving it down the field. Nice catch. First down here after the completion. Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. The final quarter underway now with this snap. Browns got it, and a first. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. They're going to the hurry-up offense, and they're back to the line quickly. From the shotgun. Out of the pocket. And incomplete. He was double covered that time.
You got to try to avoid this as a quarterback. Don't throw off that back foot unless you have to. When you do, there's just no way you're going to be as good if you had good balance. That time the throw's off the mark.
Bell's out in the slot.
Let's go.
The Steelers have it at the 24. He's scrambling down. The defense gets a sack.
I don't know if they were confused or not, but the left side of the offensive line that time, they were not aggressive. They got pushed back, and they give up a sack of the quarterback.
The Steelers are at the line of scrimmage with a spread formation. And there's a timeout, so we'll take one with them. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third down after the sack. Browns in the slot.
Let's go.
Launching it deep. Pass is intercepted. He's brought down.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled, being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
Ellington's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. Taken down a yard short of the first.
When you're an offensive lineman and you can line up and just run the football straight ahead and pick up those kind of yards, you are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying, we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
Gains 12. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. They're going to the hurry. Back to the line now. From the shotgun. Looking across the middle. He was looking short, but the pass falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down. Corners formation here for the defense. And Fitzgerald's a receiver in the slot. Looking long. Intercepted. Spinning out of trouble. He stacked up at that point.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
First down, offense readying for the snap. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 5 times today. Really been beat up. Going for the deep ball. And Johnson can't quite pick it off.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
Split backfield here.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. Throws the pass. Ball's picked off. Ball comes out. This one's going back the other way.
Nice job that time by the offense. Even though they fumbled, at least they were quick enough and smart enough to get it on it right away.
First down on the way. Split backfield here. They'll go shotgun here. He'll throw it over the middle. Polamalu with the pick. Tackles made.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one.
Get ready. Red 38. Red 38.
First and 10. Looks to his left. Finds Brown. The Steelers get a first down. First down here after the completion. No time to huddle now.
Let's go.
Snapping out of the gun. Makes the grab and the feet are down. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. The Steelers lined up. Everybody split out wide. From the gun. Has his man. Dragged to the ground. Looks like he's still about a yard short of the first. Getting set as fast as they can from the gun. Almost intercepted that time.
Jim, when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown in these situations.
Bell's in the slot, not in the backfield for this play. Trying to work that left side. Touchdown, and they get one back.
Nice throw by the quarterback that time. Put it right on the money. Not a big window. It doesn't matter to him today. Great control of the football. Put it right in there for the touchdown.
Let's go.
Bell's taking the handoff. They failed to convert on the two-point try, so they'll just have to settle for the 6. They're lining up for the onside kick. They want to get the ball back. The receiving team has the recovery. In on the stop. First down here. The Cardinals are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. Throws to the right, and this pass goes incomplete as he was looking short that time. Failing to complete that one, so second down here. They come out in the dime package. Takes it from the gun. Over to Carlson. Carlson's tackled down after a gain of 7. Will go no huddle. He'll take the snap about midway through the 4th. Complete to Floyd. That brings the play to an end. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. The defense comes out of the dime. Out of the shotgun. Michael, ball is out. The defense has the football. He's brought to a halt. Great job by the defense, forcing and hold on a minute. They're going to stop play and take another look at that last one. So now they're going to take a look at whether the knee was down before the ball came out.
Well, when we look at this, let's look when the knee hits the ground. And as we look at it, when the knee hits the ground, does he still have total control of the football? If you deem him to have total control, then it is not a fumble.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The replay upstairs overturns the call on the field.
Yeah, good job by the officials upstairs, seeing it, knowing there was a mistake on the field. That's what I love about the NFL. They're not afraid to admit, to say they made mistakes and turn them around.
First down here after the completion. The Cardinals with an empty backfield look here. They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. No one was open.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
Quarters formation here for the defense. Makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, when you get close to the goal line, you always have to look out for the tight end, because anytime there's just a little bit of deception, that deception is enough for the tight end to get that area where he can get open. That time he does it. Touchdown.
The Steelers set to return the kick. Just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Steelers ready now to start their next series. Take it here from the 22. Bell's a running back normally, but this time lined up as a receiver in the slot. From the gun. Looking long. And Johnson can't quite pick it off.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
Brown's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Antonio Brown with the catch. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Out of the gun. Looking to go deep. And that's Peterson who almost comes away with a pick.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
Get ready.
The Steelers will take the snap from the 45. The defense gets the sack. 2 minutes remaining in the game. And they overcome the sack. Third down on the way. Split backfield here. Drop back, shotgun formation. Airing it out. Intercepted. And he's brought to the ground.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled, being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
First down and 10. Keeps it here. Down the field. And they can't connect.
Quarterback has a strong arm, but I am starting to question his touch. Need a little more touch on those deep passes. That time he overthrows the receiver.
Coming up, second down. And Fitzgerald lined up in the slot. Completion to Fitzgerald. And Polamalu in on the tackle. The Cardinals continue to pass the football. And when they have, they've looked in one familiar direction. And Fitzgerald's been the top target, and he's been very strong in this game.
The offense, what a tremendous design they've had here today. They've had many ways to get this football to the wide receiver, and he has done a good job of taking advantage of it.
It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Second down and 10. Still got it after the play action. Brown's got it on a pass that had some heat. Play number 6 coming up on this drive. Timeout won't be used here. They'll go to the hurry. Timmons able to swat the pass away.
Well, it's a good thing that linebacker knocked that pass down, because I don't think he could have caught it. So if he can't catch it, knock it down so nobody else can catch it.
Ellington is in the backfield. And he's taken down. This will be the 8th play of this drive. Going to go to the hurry up with under a minute to play. The Cardinals take it from the 38. Here's Brown. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, that touchdown just put the icing on the cake, Jim, whatever you want to say, because now the lead's too big, not enough time for the other team to come back. Great job by the offense.
The Cardinals kicking team comes out now.
your favorite NFL player. Select your uniform to start the customization of your ultimate team. Although